Welcome to CARICOMP Insider, where high-tech facial recognition meets real-world intelligence.
An employee at a global company sat in a video meeting with his chief financial officer and several colleagues. Everyone on the call looked normal, everyone sounded right, every single face was fake. And by the end of that meeting, the company had wired out around $25 million. If you've ever taken a video call from your boss, this story is aimed straight at you. Because the thing that used to prove someone was real, seeing their face, hearing their voice, that proof just stopped working. Investigators have known this for years. They treat a familiar face as something to verify, not something to trust. Now, banks and companies are learning it the hard way. Last year, fake video and fake voice scams drained more than $1 billion from U.S. corporate accounts. So how does a face you recognize end up robbing you blind? Let's start with the number that made me stop. According to reporting from Fortune and SC Media, deepfake fraud pulled over $1 billion out of American company accounts in 2025. The year before, it was around $360 million. That's roughly triple in 12 months. And the count of documented incidents had already blown past the entire previous year by the summer. That changes how a fraud investigator builds a case. For the rest of us, it means the scam that used to hit strangers is now hitting the biggest banks on Earth. Take the recent case involving NatWest. Reports say scammers built a fake BBC radio interview, a fabricated clip of the bank's chief executive, Paul Thwaite, talking with a well-known journalist. The caption hinted the conversation was about his pay, which had jumped by about a third to millions of pounds. Why wrap the fake around a salary story? Because a salary controversy already feels like news. It makes the fake look believable before you've even questioned it. Now think back to that video meeting I opened with. Reporting on that case describes something unnerving. It wasn't one fake face slipped into a real call. Every executive, every colleague on that screen, all of them were live synthetic copies. The employee wasn't fooled by a person. He was fooled by an entire fake chain of command. That's the psychology scammers are hunting. When authority stacks up around you, skepticism quietly steps aside. And this is cheaper and faster than you'd guess. Security researchers say cloning someone's voice takes only 20 to 30 seconds of recorded audio. A convincing fake video can be built in under an hour using free software. So the raw material, it's your company earnings call, your podcast interview, that conference talk on content you posted last spring. If your voice is online, it's a starting point. Here's the gap that keeps fraud teams up at night. Most companies aren't ready. Surveys show only about a third of executives think their organization could handle a deepfake attack. Yet more than half of cybersecurity professionals say their company has already been targeted up from the year before. That's not a detection problem. It's an authentication problem. Encryption protects your call from an outsider listening in. It does nothing if the fake subject is sitting inside the call as a trusted participant. The wall is up. The intruder just walked in through the front door wearing your boss's face. Here's the reframe. These scams don't beat security by breaking it. They beat it by passing every check we built, because those checks confirm the message, not the messenger. We verify what's being asked. We almost never verify who's really asking. So let's bring it home. Scammers can now fake a person's face and voice well enough to fool their own coworkers on a live call. Last year, that trick stole over $1 billion from U.S. companies. And the only real defense is old-fashioned. Pick up the phone, Call back on a number you already trust and confirm the human is human before money moves. Whether you investigate fraud for a living or just answered a video call from your manager today, the rule is the same now. A face you recognize is no longer proof of anything. The full story's in the description if you want the deep dive.
Now you know something most people in this industry don't. Use it. And when you're ready to put it to work, caracomp.com. We'll see you tomorrow.